The first ever final of the brand new Americas Rallycross Championship is going down here in the UK right now. And what a lineup we've got for you. On the front row, the two factory Volkswagens, Tanner Faust and Scott Speed. What are they going to do down in turn one? Row two, Timo Scheider and Liam Doran. Doran racing at home. Patrick Sandell and David Higgins, two factory Subarus at the rear. Higgins on the outside. So we've got two Brits on the outside. We've got two Americans on the front row looking to defend that position. Will Liam or David be brave enough to put a move on? Can Sandell or Scheider do anything? Scheider put a move on both the VWs in qualifying earlier on today. Let's get this show on the road. The first ever win in Americas Rallycross is up for grabs. Anti-Lagor ready to race light, lights up. That will go out. Watch for the green at the bottom of your screen. Go at Silverstone. Oh no! Jump start!
Oh no. And that's difficult because Higgins can sometimes it looked like Higgins jumped a little bit and he might be in the wrong mental. It might have been, and I think the Volkswagens may have jumped because of him, but I'm not completely sure there.
Okay, we're waiting to see. The Joker Lap ×2 sign is coming out. Where are they taking it to though? There's a jump start sensor just 12 centimeters in front of the car. Okay, we're gonna have a look at a replay of the start. They're holding up the Joker ×2 sign. Watch here. It looked like Doran that was getting the... Nah, I don't think Doran had moved.
It's hard to tell.
I don't think Doran had moved.
They're not holding it.
No, now they've moved across. They've moved across and they're walking the Joker ×2 sign down to David Higgins.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So you thought it was Higgins that was creeping, James?
I thought it was, and it's unfortunate because sometimes you can get in that mental state. When your car is not working, you just get overloaded and sometimes you get distracted, and that can happen.
So Higgins with a problem prior to the start, unfortunately, is going to have to do a second Joker lap in this one. Final time for Americas Rallycross, the first ever win up for grabs here in the UK. David Higgins, unfortunately, with a jump start just moments ago, will have to do a second Joker lap. He's going to pull up to the grid. There is the jump start sensor which he triggered. Has he got a problem? Has David Higgins got a problem on the line? This is not what we needed. It's not what David needed. I think the Subaru may be gone. They're asking to push it forward, but he made it to the grid under his own power. He made it to the grid under his own power, so we're in a little bit of uncharted territory here, basically. If Higgins made it to the grid under his own power, in theory, he's entitled to take his space on the grid.
I think I'm going to make a guess here, but it might be something to do with the clutch. And sometimes if the clutch is not working correctly, especially on a launch, it's hard to drag it out to move that 6 inches forward. That's why he may be getting a push.
Okay, great insight, James Rimmer. So we might see him able to launch, but was he not able to creep the car forward? Okay, we're getting some information coming through from his spotter. Okay, here we go. The first ever final of Americas Rallycross finally set to go. Higgins has had his issues before the start. Who's going to get away from the line cleanly? Oh, Faust has been with a mega start. Timo Scheider's gone with him as well. Scheider on the inside. Speed's going to try and come around the outside of his teammate Faust. Faust goes defensive. Liam Doran makes it 3 in a row. Sandell sideways through turn 1. And Higgins has managed to get the super right. Scheider through the middle of the two VWs. Great move. Timo Scheider moves up. Doran's going to try and go around the outside of Speed as well. He's got the inside line over the jump. The British bomb is on form. Contact in the air. Doran's going to try and make the pass. He's alongside Speed, still alongside him. 5 corners on. Doran's out the dirt. Speed will take the pace, but he's late on the brakes. Wow, what a lap. Doran's got back up the inside again. So Liam Doran up the inside. This is incredible. Speed goes Joker. James, wow.
Doran is not giving up an inch. He overdrove it, but he got right back in and put his nose right on Scott's door and said, no, I'm taking this spot back, even though I made a mistake.
What a start to Americas Rallycross. A brilliant first lap. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope as much as we are here. Tanner Faust leads from Timo Scheider, who for me has been the man who's made the best passes this weekend. He's been brilliant.
He has been fantastic. He has made brilliant passes, and he has gone outside and made some very gutsy moves.
Brilliant stuff from Scheider. Now he's in behind Faust. It seems to be clear that Faust is able to gap him. We've seen that. The Beatles have been really, really quick all weekend, but that first lap was absolutely epic, particularly between Liam Doran and Scott Speed. So Doran in the DS3 pushing really hard. Scott Speed is lap in the Joker, James, because I think that the longer he leaves Scott Speed out there, the more Speed's going to hunt him down.
Like we've said earlier, Scott is so good in the open air, and he is going to do exactly what you just said. Doran maybe should have taken that Joker there, so he wouldn't have let Scott get that open air in front of him.
One Joker, I remember, 6-lap final. Faust leading from Scheider by 1.9. Doran, will he go now? Watch for the DS3 in the background. Here he comes. Is he going to hook on? Oh, Higgins has withdrawn. David Higgins heads back to the paddock. Liam Doran stays out. So Liam Doran has stayed out. What's the gap going to be this time around? It's 5.1 to 8.9 last time. 5.4, and what's Speed on? Is he going to shut that gap down a bit? No, okay, yes. So Doran's gone slower, but Speed has lost a tenth to the leaders, but the gap is smaller.
If Doran could get a podium out of this weekend, he will be the happiest guy in the paddock. He had so many issues, but he has driven his heart out and left everything on the track.
Those guys did an all-nighter on Friday, and again on Saturday, tried to get that car working, the DS3, brand new engine, parts were being machined. They even commandeered a helicopter at one point to try to get the engine in quicker. It was too cloudy, typical UK. How have they managed to get it together? Oh, Scheider's in the wall! No! Scheider's in the wall! P2! No. That puts Doran possibly into a podium position, so Doran might hold on. What happened to Timo Scheider? We were looking, and he just speared off left, James.
I think he got into the loose stuff, and unfortunately put him right in the barrier there. I want to see a replay, but wow, that is so unfortunate for him.
Oh, Scheider made a mistake on his own. Brilliant driving from him this weekend, but unfortunately it looks like he's going to end the weekend in the wall. Tanner Fausto leads at the moment from Liam Doran. The British bomb looking for a podium at home. Of course, he's raced over in America loads. He's taking part in the first round of the Americas Rallycross Championship, and he would be so pleased with a result like that. We've got one lap to go, so Faust is going to choke on the last. Lord, Doran goes now. Doran's gone Joker.
Scott's going to get him big time.
So Scott's going to get him, but he's trying to cover off Sandell behind him. Sandell in the factory Subaru coming out on the standard lap. He'll carry the extra speed, but Doran's got it. So Doran's going to hold on for one lap. Sandell goes wide. He'll try and carry speed in the huge Subaru round turn one. Liam sideways. Great job, Sandell. Closes the gap.
He closes the gap there, but they both went too wide. One of them could have gone a little bit of a racing line and gotten a little bit of an edge there.
Doran is on for a podium at home. Volkswagen are on for a 1-2. We've got about half a lap to go as you see the dust rooster tails fly. Sandell's trying really hard in the distance, but you are watching Tanner Faust, the man who took the top qualifier spot. He won his semi-final, and Faust comes through to win the first ever round of Americas Rallycross at Silverstone Circuit in the UK. Scott Speed, after a fraught first lap, takes P2, and Liam Doran, the British bomb, gets a podium in front of his home crowd. What a final!
What a final. Doran is going to be so happy, and nothing new for the VW teammates. Look at him giving love to the crowd. They absolutely love it. They are so happy. 1-2 for Volkswagen. They could not be happier right now.
Look at Tanner. Tanner's over the moon.
Wow. Look at him with his door open, giving some love there. They're giving the love right back.
Speed did well, didn't he? You know, he was in a big fight. Scheider, I'm disappointed for Timo because he's had a roller coaster weekend. Yeah, the hood came up in one race. He couldn't see anything. He was sat down low. He still got a brilliant result. The crowd went mad. And then unfortunately entered the wall. We'll get Timo to let us know what happened later on. Was it a mechanical? Was it a driver mistake? I suspect possibly mechanical. Timo's a really class act, and you know, there we go. Tanner Faust takes the first ever round of the Americas Rallycross Championship at Silverstone Circuit in the UK. With it on the right-hand side, you'll see he takes 6 championship points. We have points at every stage of qualifying semi-finals and finals. Scott Speed in P2, Liam Doran, a podium at home P3, Patrick Sandell in 4th, Scheider and David Higgins, unfortunately, are DNFs, but still get the championship points for 5th and 6th. Let's have another look at this.
Wow,
James,
look at the start here. Once again, look at the Beatles and look at Doran. He does exactly what he's done before. He goes around the outside. In the inside here, Scheider, he does so good, sticking right on Tanner Faust's tail and then blocks Speed out there. Look at him, look at him. And then he comes right back in. He says, I'm going to take the 2nd place spot. Scott says no, and Doran goes around the outside again. They're in each other's doors. They're fighting, they're banging, and then they make contact in the air. What a fantastic race. What a first lap, really.
Brilliant. Mate, I didn't get to take a breath. You don't get to take a breath on the replay.
Wow. And he goes way wide there again, and then sticks it right back in. Scott left him that tiny little bit, and Doran said, I am taking that.
And that's the braking zone that's caused people problems all day long. The bottom hairpin, the grip levels have changed in there all day. Scheider
it just goes straight into the wall. I wonder what happened there.
Maybe
I wonder
the steering broke from a heavy landing. This was Liam Doran covering off Sandell behind him. Sandell would have thought, oh man, when it's that close, it's gutting not to be able to get the podium first time out. But, you know, Subaru did a good job to get a couple couple of cars through to the final, and hopefully we're going to see them on the podium later on in the year. But it's a 1-2 for Volkswagen with the two Beetles, and it is Liam Doran who makes it through to P3 at home here in the UK after an unbelievable weekend.
That is absolutely unbelievable. And that first lap was exactly what we were expecting. We were expecting bumping, banging, everyone putting into slots that weren't there. There's no time-based, it's all position-based. And look how happy Tanner is. He's running up to his crew chief. He's giving him props. He's saying, thank you for this awesome car. He's saying, thank you for working your butts off. And now he's going to put the hat on and say, I am a podium champion.
Scott congratulates him. Scott will be disappointed.